Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, an actor out alone. Riders on the storm, there's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday, let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road, yeah.
Hello and welcome to Crank Commentaries. As always, I am your host, Jake Del Mastro, and as always, I'm joined by my very good friend, Keaton Byer. So Keaton, welcome to episode 99 of Crank Commentaries.
The world on fire. Taxi. From Africa. The Grand Hotel. He was drunk. A big party last night. Going back in all directions, sleeping these insane hours. I'll never wake up in a good mood again. I'm sick of these stinky boots. A poem by Jim Morrison.
Wow. Nice one, Jim.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So,
that one is called The World on Fire. But yeah, welcome to episode 99.
The World on Fire.
Yeah, The World on Fire.
Wow, that seems like a something that Oliver Stone would like.
After reading some of Jim Morrison, a lot of Jim Morrison's poetry, and learning a lot more about the man who we're going to talk about, the horrible man we're going to talk about.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Oliver Stone.
Okay.
Not Jim. Jim's probably horrible too. That's probably, you could describe him as that. But
I think,
he's horrible to a lot of people.
Even if you take this movie at face value, Jim's a fucking bastard.
Yeah, don't take this movie at face value.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't. But if you do, Jim is a bastard in this movie.
And in reality, it's less cut and dry, but yeah, he seems like he was a huge asshole.
Yeah, exactly. So fucking episode 99, here we are. We're talking about the fucking Doors part dos. We did the Doors movie. We talked about the beginning last week. Specifically, what did we talk about? Pre-production. It was kind of a nightmare, I think. The whole...
everything about the movie.
I describe it as a nightmare, but I mean the process was a nightmare. I just mean us learning about it was a nightmare, because fucking learning about this horrible fucking guy Oliver Stone is ridiculous. But yeah, basically we talked about how the Doors movie was kind of around for a long time, but it kind of took a while for it to happen.
It's a common story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although most stories don't involve Oliver Stone.
Yeah, it's true. Most stories don't. His story is nothing but Oliver Stone, but or I don't know if in his mind if there truly is an Oliver Stone, but we'll get to all this
and more
in this episode. So yeah, let's get right into the production of the movie. So if you need any more information, you can listen to
part 1.
Yeah, part 1. So yeah, the production. Let's just get into it. It's fucking weird. Let's just get on with it.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
They shot in allegedly over 80 locations. I don't know what those all were.
Well, what counts as a location?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I
it's
was
like-
going to say.
If I go to a different room, is that a location?
Is that in your location? Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom. Am I going to be in a different location?
Well, there was part of this movie that was shot in a bathroom.
More than a few scenes were actually shot in a bathroom.
I'm just thinking at the end, where Jim's singing in the bathroom.
Singing in the bathroom. I thought you meant the one where he's
Oh,
dead
and then
in the
he's dead in the
bathroom.
bathroom
I
as well.
assumed
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
talking about where he's dead in the bathroom.
Because they're recording, like, I think they're recording Morrison Hotel, or it might be LA Wood. I can't remember
well,
which
they
one.
just...
But they're, like, recording in the house.
They have,
and
like,
then
the
they,
flashback to the, like, good old days.
And that's right at the end.
With Jim singing on the toilet.
Yeah. No, but not when he's in the bathtub. But that's also in a bathroom.
But yeah, so in terms of locations, what they listed out of their 80 locations, they only listed New York, Paris, LA, the Mojave I listed Paris twice here.
Mojave Desert?
The Mojave Desert. New York, Paris, LA, and Mojave Desert is what they listed as some of their locations. But just basically what counts as a fucking location in their mind when they say over 80. Probably not a different city every time. But who knows? According to the book I was quoting last time, which was it's called Stone: The Controversies, Excesses, and Exploits of a Radical
what's it
Filmmaker.
called?
It's called Stone.
Okay. I thought it was called Stoned.
No.
It should be.
It should be. Yeah, it really should be. Apparently, so the production, this is started with, quote, an Indian ceremony.
This is the production of the film. Like,
Yeah,
like
this is
the
the
first
production.
day, like, day one of shooting. Everybody shows up. What happens?
Okay, so we're going to have a big old bonfire. Keep in mind, the book I'm quoting here is written in 1995, too. So this is, like, just before they started actually, like, looking at what, quote-unquote, Indian stuff was.
Right.
So, anyway,
Do they describe it as a quote-unquote powwow?
luckily that doesn't come up.
Okay.
But basically what they did is they had a quote-unquote Indian drummer.
Yes.
And then all of them held hands around a bonfire.
Yes.
And they
So this is Val Kilmer. This is everybody.
The whole crew's there.
Meg Ryan's
I don't
here.
explicitly
Val Kilmer's
know
here.
if the actors participated, but like I said, it was supposedly...
Crispin Glover definitely participated.
Oh, hopefully.
If he was there, if he had gotten there yet.
This is the most interesting thing I've done all day.
Yeah, like I imagine he probably wasn't on set for actually that long, but like if he made one thing, I'm sure he came to that.
I wonder if he tried to arm wrestle Oliver Stone.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, so they heard an Indian drummer. They held hands, fucking walked around a fire, and they apparently were sure to step in each other's footsteps the whole time. I think everybody was a bit confused by the whole situation. Somebody was quoted as saying, quote, they weren't really full Indians. They were Jewish Indians.
I don't know what that means.
I don't really understand what he's trying to get at there.
I don't know Oliver Stone. I don't even know if Oliver Stone knows.
Exactly. Like, I don't really know what's going on with that. But frankly, I'm not convinced it was anything real. I'm not an expert in Indian ceremonies, but
Yeah.
I'm not convinced.
Although you've been to a few.
Well, yeah, I have been to a couple of, treaties and powwows and all,
So, but from your experience, this doesn't sound like a real thing at all.
I don't know. It might be a spiritual thing from like, cause I'm from, fucking North Manitoba, Cree. So like fucking their perspective of Indian is like Mojave Desert.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like,
if indeed these Jewish Indians are in fact quote unquote Jewish Indians,
yeah, like who knows what the fuck? Like,
who knows what the fuck Oliver Stone
who he hired
has got
for this.
involved in,
exactly
yeah.
Exactly. The point is it's Oliver Stone's in charge of it, so I really am doubtful that it's anything real.
Although if you were there, feel free to get in touch with us.
Yeah, I'm very
and
curious.
let us know what went down.
Like, I'd like to look into, like, if anyone knows if that's a real thing. Like, dancing around a fire, throwing in herbs, unspecified herbs, and holding hands and stepping. Because that just kind of sounds made up to me. That sounds like somebody's, like, idea of a quote-unquote Indian ceremony. But it could be real. Who knows?
Could be real. I mean, like, I'm specifically thinking about the Jewish Indian thing. if you're a Jewish Indian,
What does that mean?
get in touch with us.
Like, I don't know what he means in this context. Like,
Yeah.
were they like wearing yarmulkes? Like, what was this? Like, how?
I don't know.
How Jewish?
I don't know.
What does he mean? I'm so desperate to know what he meant by that. Because is he just being racist when he specifies that they're not full Indians?
So you don't know who said this?
It doesn't say. I think it just quotes like a member of the crew.
Okay, it's just okay. If you were on the set in this, making this film, from what you've read, like do you think you would prefer like shooting this movie or like a Stanley Kubrick movie?
Stanley Kubrick movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Because I respect Stanley Kubrick as a person and as an artist way more than Oliver Stone. So, like, even if it was like a nightmare to work on, I'd be more confident that
that the end result is worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I was in the Doors movie, no, it's not worth it. Fuck,
Yeah.
the movie's not worth it. Richard Rutowski. He's the guy who said the thing about
the Jewish Indians.
about the Jewish Indians. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's who it was.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Richard Rutowski.
He was a good friend of Oliver Stone during this period.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of interesting insights.
So Richard, if you're listening, get in touch with us.
And I think
Elaborate.
I think he might have played a role. I feel like he might have played one of the Indians in the movie. I don't think he's an Indian.
Okay.
But
We can look that up later.
Yeah.
Let's get
Let's
on
move
with that.
on.
Yeah. I think we've covered the Indian,
The Jewish Indian.
the Jewish Indian circle.
yeah, we'll get back to more of that stuff. So during the production, fucking Kilmer was singing the vocals. I think we mentioned this last week that he did the vocals, but he actually did them live as they were filming because they didn't want to lip sync.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Actually, that's like, as much as we rail on this movie, like, I respect Val Kilmer's craft.
Yeah,
here.
Val Kilmer does an excellent job, and also the way that they shot the music in this movie is fairly interesting. Just like they did pay a lot of attention to the details. That said, the actual movie is garbage. So basically, apparently, Kilmer was practicing day and night, like so much at the behest of Stone. Apparently, Stone said, quote, or he said he tried to, quote, get Kilmer's energy up by giving him vitamins, and sending over shots.
So he's dosing Kilmer.
I don't know what that means. I think he might mean like vitamin shots or like B12 shots.
I don't know what kind of vitamins Oliver Stone is taking, but like
I remember, I forget where I was reading this, but like the shots that, the fucking Hollywood and like doctors. Anyway, the point is they give out shots of quote unquote B12 that,
so it's methamphetamine.
Yeah. Well, they give you some sort of like, something more than vitamins. Let's just say.
Yeah,
that. But,
Val Kilmer is fucking popping speed and like,
like I doubt Val Kilmer would actually do that.
what?
I don't know that he's that kind of
Knowingly.
actor. Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying that
You're saying
that Oliver Stone is fucking
Honestly,
dosing.
I wouldn't be surprised at
dosing
all if
Val
he like
Kilmer.
lied about it, because another thing that someone was saying is that he liked to keep secrets from like people on the set, like especially like between departments. He liked people to not know stuff, so it really wouldn't surprise me. So
he maybe he thought it would help the performance. It's like, if this guy's like actually fucked up, like, maybe he'll do better.
yeah, exactly.
But then again, he was
don't be
anti-method on that.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind.
He was like, you can't be method because I'm being method. We can't both be method.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a method director.
Yeah, I mean, you joke, but that phrase comes up.
Oh, really?
So apparently Val Kilmer spoke, like, setting up for the role, obviously, he spoke to, like, dozens of alleged friends of Jim who, like, would give him tons of conflicting, advice. So he said that was, like, kind of fucking difficult to actually pin down, the character. So he kind of based it on, like, his own, relationship, his own similarities with Jim.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
and does Val Kilmer think he has a lot of similarities with Jim Morrison?
No.
Okay.
I think he thinks he has very few, and I think he was very happy to stop playing him.
Yeah.
But I think the way he kind of described it was that, like, they're both, he was like, he more so, I think he acknowledged, but like,
like Val was or Jim was?
Val acknowledged that Jim was more famous, but they both had to deal with fame, and they both had to, like, either, like Val Kilmer said, like, he embraced it and it kind of took him over, whereas like my perspective is like kind of, I don't want it, I don't want to embrace it that way. Anyway, I don't really know what he was talking about specifically. That's just what he was saying. But one of the things he was saying is that we both grew up in the desert, so that was a good start.
Where's Val Kilmer from?
That's a good question. The desert, apparently.
Although we don't know actually if Jim grew up in the desert.
Exactly.
In fact, according to Jim, he's from Florida.
Yeah, it's true.
Which actually tracks with a lot of other information we have.
Yeah.
That he is, in fact, not from California. And Val was born, I assume, actually in the desert.
Let's see where Val was born. Los Angeles.
Yeah, so Val was born in Los Angeles, and Jim, we don't really know. I mean,
I'm sure there's biographies you can read that have lots of details about Jim's childhood.
Yeah, like, from what I know, his family has, like, provided some details.
Yeah, they kind of stated.
But there have actually been several interviews with Jim where Jim has given conflicting information. Yeah, well, that's... This is touched on, actually, in the movie.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's classic fucking, tortured artist. Not even tortured, just fucking, like, young artist. That's like fucking Bob Dylan did that fucking...
well, he's the fucking Joker.
Yeah.
He's the Joker.
Yeah, it's true. Good point.
But, like, yeah, they all just say, like, different shit every
Random
time.
shit. Yeah, they're trying to make up a mythos. And sometimes that mythos is just fucking confusion. Yeah. Apparently, in order to, like, make his voice a little bit more gritty, Val Kilmer started smoking fucking cigarettes.
Oh, yeah? So he didn't smoke before that?
No, he didn't smoke at all. Specifically, they said True Blue. So I think he was actually smoking cigarettes in the movie. I think.
Really?
It was,
okay. Like, yeah. Because, yeah, normally, like, if you're shooting a movie, like, you smoke herbal cigarettes.
Yeah.
For several reasons. One of which is because, like, you're probably going to have to do that take over and over again.
Over and over again. You don't want to smoke, like...
You don't want to be, like, fucking smoking, like...
That's a good point.
Many packs of cigarettes.
So maybe
like,
he did have, like, fake cigarettes and then just smoked them
he
off.
did it just for the voice.
Yeah.
To get that. So that sounds kind of method.
That's a little method. That's like, still, you haven't crossed the line yet.
You haven't crossed the line, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk a bit more about Val Kilmer's kind of experience on set in a moment. But
so Val Kilmer was being drugged by Oliver Stone, and he was starting to smoke cigarettes.
Our theory is
my theory.
The Crane Kick commentary official theory is that Stone was drugging Val Kilmer. But
yeah, Val Kilmer was being dosed up on speed by...
Not that Val Kilmer has ever said anything about that being the case, but...
Well, he said he was... Well, wait, who said that he was being given quote-unquote vitamins?
I think that was Stone said that.
Oh,
it was a quote from Stone.
Yeah.
He was giving him vitamins and sending over shots.
Yeah.
Maybe he just means like immunity shots with ginger and turmeric in them. So you should read this quote about Meg Ryan's experience with the role.
Okay. So Janet Yang of Stone's Ixtlan Productions thinks at least part of Ryan's difficulties came from her inhibitions clashing with the role. I heard Meg Ryan came home from the doors crying every day, not only because of the confidence factor, but also because she wanted consistent direction. Oliver didn't want her to play Pamela Morrison. We touched on this last week. He wanted her to become Pamela Morrison. Okay. That sounds pretty method.
Yep.
He wanted her to be passionate. Scream, yell, take drugs, get naked, and run in the streets. Love her man to death. You gotta love your man.
You gotta love your man.
Whatever it took. Be that, and then it would come out from becoming that person. Like Tom Cruise, obsessed with playing Ron Kovic. So he took the initiative. Meg wanted the scene that would help bring that out in her. It's like a chicken and egg thing. I don't know how it can be resolved.
Consistent direction. They was right there in the first
right
thing.
there in the thing.
And then
maybe he was dosing her too.
maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
He wanted her to
because he
scream,
probably
yell, and take drugs.
he probably respects women less than he does meds, so he probably would have less scruples.
I don't know if Oliver Stone respects anything.
Yeah, it's true, but
Except for maybe Vladimir Putin. But we'll talk about that.
and Oliver Stone. Yeah, I think we'll talk about this a bit more because we'll talk about not Tom Cruise, Val Kilmer, but because we all know Tom Cruise is an insane person. If you want more on that, you can listen to our
very first
episode because there is some of that in there. We don't really focus on it, but I think Oliver Stone was basically comparing Val Kilmer. He wanted Tom Cruise to be working on it. I think like the work ethic of Tom Cruise, the insanity of Tom Cruise,
the person of Val Kilmer.
But he wanted it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like he wanted the energy Tom Cruise could bring to something, but he wanted it from Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about that more. Because, he just finished that movie.
I feel like he really fucking was happy when Crispin Glover came on set.
Oh, he probably loved that day.
Got along well.
He probably loved that day. Yeah. He loved directing him as Andy Warhol, I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
So we'll get right into fucking into the down into the dirty details here. So it's about this time in the shoot, where early middle shoot, Stone starts describing the role of director as a film shaman.
So film shaman Oliver Stone is shooting the doors.
He's shooting the doors. He thinks he's a shaman. One of the guys. Okay, so this is I just wrote this. So this is actually the guy who I brought up already. What's his name? Richard Rutowski.
Yeah,
Richard
Rutowski.
He says, quote, "We took a lot of psychedelics together."
Him and
Oliver Stone. And then he proceeds to tell a story where they did, quote, a peyote ceremony with, quote, a medicine man.
Okay.
And apparently they did this a lot.
They did a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
The medicine man.
A lot of quote-unquote peyote ceremonies with quote-unquote medicine men. And
it sounds like they just did a lot of peyote.
Sounds like they did a lot of peyote with guys, like because they described the guy Richard Rutowski. They described the people they were doing the peyote with. I think they thought based on the fact that they were like actually indigenous.
Yeah.
That therefore it was 100% an official thing. They were like, they were like cut your throat real kind of like because I think they just kind of forced their way into a group of like indigenous people and are like, give us peyote. Like, really, like, have you heard the story about Charles Manson did the exact same fucking thing, where he, like, just ran up to some random Indian and was like, hey, give me some fucking peyote, and he, like, gave him a gun. It's a whole story.
Wait, what?
We won't go down that road.
All right, so film shaman Oliver Stone is basically Charles Manson.
Yeah, he's got a lot in fucking common with him, like a shit ton.
The only difference is nobody gave fucking Charles Manson a movie camera.
And they really should have, to be honest. Maybe
Should they?
I think people might not have died if he had a movie camera.
It's true. So do you think that if nobody gave Oliver Stone a camera,
he 100% would have been a murderer. 100%. If he couldn't get this out through film, he would be killing people. I'm not like, that's one of the few things I'm sure of in life is that if he didn't have
Can we guarantee that he's not? Can we guarantee we've stopped him from killing people?
He could still be a murderer. Like I'm not convinced.
Maybe he's just like J.J. Abrams.
I mean, yeah, he is a lot of like noted murderer J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. Listen to some of our previous episodes.
It's a Knives Out episode, I believe.
It's come up a couple times.
Yeah, that's the origin. So Frank Whaley, who's the guy who played Robbie Krieger.
Yeah,
he also worked on Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
He has a quote where he said that Oliver Stone would become his lead characters while filming.
Right. So he's a method director.
Exactly. And the more I read about this, the more this was definitely a thing. Apparently, like, even the way he dressed, he would start, like, you know...
So are we saying that Oliver Stone came onto set wearing leather pants?
That we have no guarantees that he didn't. What his wife said at the time
Oliver Stone's wife at the time,
Yeah. I don't know if they're still married. Who the fuck knows?
I don't think they are. No, they're not.
Right, so there you go. Shocker.
At the time, it would have been Elizabeth Cox.
Yeah, the name was Stone at the time.
Okay.
But yes, Elizabeth Cox. She said that, like, he was wearing jeans and suspenders a lot during his 60s phase.
His 60s phase in the 90s.
Yeah, while he was making the Doors.
During the real 60s, as we know,
yeah,
he was wearing fatigues the whole time.
What did Ray Manzarek say? He was just pissed off because he missed the 60s. He's fucking in Vietnam, and we were over here having fun, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he might be right about that.
What, Ray might be right?
Right, that, like, the darkness in this movie comes from the fact that Stone's a little bit pissed off that he missed...
no, I'm also sure that, like, fucking Oliver Stone probably saw some real shit.
Like,
Yeah, it's like, I'm sure that's not healthy for a person.
No, he was definitely traumatized by fucking the war. I mean, he wanted to go and do that, but he was definitely...
It's like...
You can't not be traumatized by seeing that much action.
Yeah, like, it's like being wounded fucking twice.
Yeah, like nobody's built to be able to stand that. Like,
and that's why he made 3 fucking movies about it.
Exactly. He really needed to work through those emotions. Which, again, if he hadn't been making movies about it, he would have been strangling prostitutes about it.
You know, you might be turning my opinion on Oliver Stone here. You know, maybe I think Oliver Stone, I don't know. Are these good movies because they save people's lives?
That's a hilarious concept, but it could be true. Like, the more you think about it, like... Yeah.
Like, you think about it, like, you know, what if he just...
Like, these movies...
get a mass shooting.
Yeah, like, he has that energy. He has that... Speaking... Okay, so let me just get it. According to one of his employees, he was, quote, his craziest while he was making the Doors film.
Yeah.
The story that she told...
Bring on through.
Bring on through.
Yeah.
Bring on through. Basically, the story is that he gave her a script to...
Who is this he's giving the script to?
Oliver's just someone he worked for. I don't know exactly who she was, but...
His aide of some kind.
Some kind. There was a few people that worked for him, and she was one of them. And she had to make, like, Xerox of the script.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was one of the people accidentally crumpled up the title page that had a bunch of his notes on it.
Oh.
And it had ended up in the garbage by some means or whatever. But that was after they had Xeroxed it.
Yeah.
So it was fine. So what they did was like, okay, we're not going to give him this crumpled up paper. We'll just give him a Xerox of it when they give him back the original. Mm-hmm. So that's what they did. They threw out the old copy. They gave him the Xerox. He has his notes. Everything's fine. Apparently, he called her in the morning screaming. He threatened to kill her. He's like, I'll tear your fucking throat out. And he was like, you cursed my project.
I told you he was capable.
Project. Yeah.
I told you he was capable.
Yeah, he's capable. He's exactly. And apparently, he ordered her to fucking dig through dumpsters to go find that original paper.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And apparently she said, I had not said no to him up until that point, but like, I said no to that. Apparently one of the other assistants, though, who I think was actually responsible for throwing it out, I think she was terrified.
So she found it.
No, she didn't, but she tried, because he was like, there's no way we're going to find it. It's in a fucking dumpster. Like, it's not worth it. You have your fucking notes.
You have your fucking Xerox of it, yeah.
But apparently the other, so this just gives you, his employee was terrified enough of him that she dug through a dumpster to find useless piece of paper. Okay, so to further that,
I'm adjusting my theory of Oliver Stone. We said maybe he'd be a murderer. But what if he was like the dictator of a small country?
He's a lot like Jim Jones in a lot of ways.
Jim Jones? Can you refresh my memory?
Jonestown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think he really would have loved to be the dictator of a
small country.
North Korea situation. he would thrive as a North Korean. Like, that's why he loves Putin so much. That's why
We'll talk about that later, but yeah. yeah.
Okay, so back to how, he's fucking like a method director. Here's a quote from the cinematographer, what's his name? Roger Richardson. Do you want to read this quote?
I think part of it was his becoming Morrison. He was drinking a lot, doing a lot of peyote, all under what he calls doing research. Oliver was a lunatic on that film, and he went as deep and as dark as you can go.
So this is the cinematographer. So someone who,
This is somebody who, the cinematographer and the director, on most movies, they're exposed to each other a lot.
Yeah, they're
close. They have a very close relationship, right?
And they'd worked together before. And we'll talk about this a bit more. Apparently, this movie almost broke the relationship.
Really?
For one particular scene.
Okay.
But yeah, he was doing a lot of peyote. Apparently, there's a story where and
thank God that we have Richardson to people like him who can
prevent murder by standing around with Oliver Stone for.
Just imagine if it was up to Oliver Stone to frame the shot and everything.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Do you really think that in this state he's capable of blocking a scene?
He 100%. He claims that he never was. He was quote unquote straight when he was on set. He said he only did it nights and weekends. He was on drugs, but
I'm sorry, but come downs don't work like that.
Yeah, I don't exactly. Yeah, exactly. If you work a 20-hour day, you do peyote for 14 hours, and then you come to work after that. You're not fucking straight, Oliver.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently they spent a whole weekend on peyote, him and fucking Richard Rutowski.
Yeah.
And then they came in to shoot on Monday, and apparently, quote, he had blank eyes and face. He was like, yeah, it took him a couple of hours to figure out what was going on and what he was doing.
Yeah.
Further on the subject, fucking the guy who we just had that quote, who's saying he was doing a lot of peyote, apparently he, quote, took some mushrooms, fucking, just to see how things would appear when he was out scouting locations for the desert scene. So he just fucking went to Mojave and did mushrooms.
So this is the cinematographer.
Yeah.
So basically he was like, I wonder what this looks like from Oliver's point of view.
You're 100% right. That's exactly it. He was like,
I wonder how he sees it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's basically I think that's what he said. It's just to see how things would appear.
He wasn't I feel like he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do any of this peyote shit. That seems like
I'm just gonna do some mushrooms.
Yeah.
So this was apparently the Mojave Desert scene was actually a bit of a debacle. They shot, when Jim wanders off and then there's that weird surreal scene in the cave? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Apparently that cave, it's like a coral cave or something.
It's a pretty cool looking cave.
Yeah, it is. Apparently it's not open to the public.
Oh yeah?
And they got kind of special permission from the Rangers to shoot there. And initially, Oliver Stone wanted to shoot with smoke and shit. But they were like, no fucking way. It's you're gonna damage.
This is a protected site.
Ancient. Yeah, exactly. And they wanted to paint.
This is a natural cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they wanted to paint fucking Indian wall fucking.
Oh no!
Shit
There's no way that's allowed. No way.
So yeah, obviously they were like, no fucking way. So they were like, okay, they used some sort of powder paint, which is apparently, I guess, you just brush it off.
Okay.
But apparently they were in this cave for 12 hours, and the park ranger basically who was babysitting them was like, all right, I gotta go get some fucking sleep. And apparently the second she left, Oliver broke out the smoke.
Oh yeah?
And one unnamed who wanted to remain anonymous member of the crew claimed that they actually used real paint as well. They fucked with the
Come on, man, this is your fucking heritage, man.
Yeah.
It's like
At Oliver Stone land, we question authority.
It's ridiculous. And then he fucking someone else on the Richard Rutowski, or not Richard Rutowski, Roger Richardson.
Roger Richardson.
Good lord, fucking
the cinematographer.
Yeah, he was like, no, that never happened. We never did the paint thing. No one ever did that.
Yeah.
But who knows with the smoke. But what happened was that they like came back to shoot the next day in the same place, and the park had like closed off the entrance with all their equipment in it, and basically was like, we're not fucking giving you back your shit until you pay for a full restoration of the fucking damage you caused. So apparently they had to pay $20,000 to restore the cave.
Good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
and
I fully, like,
Yeah,
I
100%.
fully support
Fuck
this
them.
fucking
Yeah,
park ranger
fuck-
here.
fuck
It's like,
them, yeah.
It's like,
absolutely bullshit
like
nonsense.
they were told what they could do,
Yeah,
and they didn't do it.
according like fucking Richardson, he kind of alleges that they didn't do any of the shit that they were accused of, like, and they just did exactly what they were told by the Rangers. But it's
Richardson said this?
Richardson says he alleges that they did exactly what they were told, but the Rangers fucked up, and it still caused damage even though they did what they were told. So then they decided to like, well, it's got to be.
I don't know how the Rangers fucked up.
Well, they said that we followed the Rangers' advice.
Right.
What the Rangers' advice was fucked it up, and the Rangers didn't want to take the fall for it, so they blamed us and said like,
I'm sure that's what Oliver Stone told him.
yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't buy. I'm sorry, Richardson. I don't know you personally, but your production has no fucking credit.
like, I'm just imagining, that scene in the movie where like Jim is like gets thrown out of the club,
The
when he's
Whiskey
like,
Go-Go.
fuck,
Yeah,
It's
the Oedipus scene.
It's like, I'm just imagining it as soon as like the ranger leaves, like fucking that's Oliver Stone.
100%.
He's just like fuck. Yeah, fucking.
But film me. I'm gonna play Jim.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever seriously considered playing Jim.
He should have.
He should have.
I mean, not that Val did a bad job. As
No.
we've said multiple times,
Val's
Val Kilmer does an excellent job.
debatably the best part of the movie. So basically, at this point, they paid $20,000. That's $20,000 over budget. Things aren't going well. Vibes are bad. I think Oliver Stone's being crazy.
Oliver Stone's being crazy. Like,
He's being
he's high on peyote this entire time.
Yeah, he's being a lunatic. Like, they've described him as a lunatic. So in order to, kind of calm the vibes and get them back on track, he organized another, quote, Indian ceremony.
Yeah, they're gonna do their powwow.
Yeah, apparently this one was much smaller, though. He only had, like the main people around. It was
just a couple Jewish shamans, and then like,
yeah, well, like they said there are like only 5 or 6 people at this one.
yeah. So just Val Kilmer and fucking Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Just the actors, probably.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this isn't peyote. This is just regular tea.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking dose you on like. I mean, I don't know that much about peyote, but I didn't know you can make a tea out of it.
You can make tea out of anything.
I thought you just ate the cactus.
No, that's I mean, you can, but
Yeah, I thought they like dried it.
that's a savage way to do it. No, I'm kidding. I mean, you can,
I've never done it. You?
but no, I've never done peyote.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind though. I'd be interested.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd give it a whirl if I was sure I was getting pure peyote.
I think it's like if you get it in the dried cactuses, I think it's pretty hard to like fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like acid.
Well, yeah, because peyote mescaline.
cactus.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
Well, we're just talking about which drugs that Oliver Stone was on.
Well, they because there's peyote, and then there's just the distilled, mescaline is to peyote what psilocybin is to mushrooms, basically.
Yeah,
as I understand it.
Right, so we don't know what Oliver Stone was on.
So there's this story where he gets into, like I mentioned earlier, he gets into a huge fight with Richardson, and that is the thing I was saying where they almost like fucking ended their relationship, basically.
As a film like this might do.
So basically what happened was they were shooting a scene, Ray Manzarek's fucking wedding scene.
Wait, is this in the movie?
Well, I'll get to this.
Oh. Does it get cut, or is this a director's cut?
We'll get to this. We'll get to this. We'll get to it. So they're shooting his wedding scene, and basically it's supposed to be intercut with a bright, sunny sequence, is what it says. But they were losing their light. It was too late in the day.
Yeah.
And they were just losing their light. Apparently, at one point, according to...
This is a very common situation.
Yeah, exactly. Very common. And apparently one of the actors had been flown in for the scene, and he really wanted to continue, like, shooting, even though, like, Richardson was like, it's not going to work. We can't do it.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Apparently, at one point, Stone said to Richardson, "Don't worry, I'm not going to use this in the film, but I flew these guys out, so just shoot it." What? And then he says, and Richardson says, "And I started shooting the scene figuring it's not going to be used. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, the motherfucker's lying to me. He'll say anything to get a shot."
Oliver Stone will say anything.
He'll even drug you, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Basically, he just was like, I can't fucking get a match anymore. It's not happening. Like, I can't shoot it. Literally. So basically, it's just, they get into a heated argument, fucking a big, like a row, you might say.
Yeah.
Over whether or not to actually get this scene shot. And according to Richard, he said, quote, "Listen, I never asked you in all these years to stop shooting a scene for light. I've always washed them, but I cannot make this one work. So let's just stop." He said, "No."
What do you mean, no?
So basically, what he says is, I shut all the lights off and walked away.
You can film this scene, but you're going to get into editing and you're not going to be able to use it. What do you want me to do?
Let's continue. According to Richardson, I shut all the lights off and walked away. The gaffer walked away with me. Oliver's last remark was, "If you leave, that's it."
That's it, what?
When I got back to the soundstage, there was the producer. He said, the producer's name is Alex Ho. He said, "You really have to think about this. You have to finish the day's work. We still had more shots. This was another 16-hour day." So Alex asked me to at least finish the day because he couldn't get anybody to do it on that short notice.
Yeah.
According to Stones, he says, quote, "The day he walked off, I wanted to kill him. I continued on with the camera operator. I shot the scene and I loved the light."
Yeah, right.
The scene was cut in the editing room.
Probably because the footage was unusable. Like,
yeah, exactly. And he said it was probably unusable. And he says,
I definitely cut it because I just thought the scene
that's exactly
was
what he
not
said.
necessary in the narrative.
He was like, no, I think he even mentioned it wasn't the light. It wasn't the light. I cut it because I didn't want the scene in it.
I guarantee you it's because it was the light.
Yeah, it's 100%.
I guarantee you the footage was just unusable.
That's definitely what it was. Like, fuck Christ, he's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
We're getting towards the end of the shooting stories, but I just want to highlight that there's this kind of separation between Stone's people and Kilmer.
Yeah. And what do you mean by Stone's people?
Because Richardson, up until this point, is one of Stone's people. He's like Kubrick, right? He kind of has his crew. He's a lot of directors.
Most directors have a crew because they like working with them. They get along. Some better than others.
Yeah, exactly. So there's this one incident apparently where there was a memo sent around to the whole crew that was a bunch of diva shit about Val Kilmer. Just don't
Val Kilmer wrote this?
We'll get to it.
Allegedly.
It was sent around. Apparently, according to Val Kilmer, it said shit don't look him in the eye, don't approach him while he's in character.
Yeah.
Things like this. According to Val Kilmer, it was a misunderstanding. I didn't really understand his explanation. He says he didn't write it, but he was giving notes to a small, one person to give notes to a smaller group of people that weren't actually related to the film. Anyway, he says that person mistook what he was trying to convey and ended up writing this list of things.
I can see that happening. But
I don't think the relationship between Kilmer and the crew recovered from that incident, though. It seems I don't think Stone believed that he didn't write it himself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could see how it could happen. I could see it happening. I don't know. Like if you're mad about the way you've been treated by like a couple people and you like rant to someone like
I'd be kind of mad if somebody was like fucking drugging me. You know, somebody was fucking feeding me fucking methamphetamine,
sending me
like
quote unquote shots. But yeah, so
and quote unquote vitamins.
Yeah, fucking vitamins. So basically, yeah, we've gone over the fucking shit about Stone, but we'll just kind of skim over the last little, production details, stuff like the scene at the Whiskey Go-Go with the walked on down the hall, the Oedipus scene,
Yeah.
the fuck, the Oliver unsupervised Oliver Stone scene. Apparently took 24 takes, which is pretty rough. Like, this is the kind of thing, like, Val Kilmer was apparently like Oliver Stone would complain about Val Kilmer's stamina, quote unquote.
Stamina.
But, like, you're doing 24 takes of that scene, and you're also making him rehearse.
Actually, maybe Val Kilmer wasn't on speed.
And you're used to...
Maybe he didn't take the shots.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that was the attempt. He was like, it'll improve his stamina if I just give him fucking meth.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. Apparently there was tension with the producer between him and Oliver Stone because the film was like fucking $6 million over budget. They had 35,000 extras in this movie.
So how much of the cost of the movie you think went to paying the shamans?
Oof. Probably very little because they were quote unquote Indians. So probably like, $50.
Yeah.
He probably found them on the street.
Like, if I were one of them, I'd be like, yo, let's rip this guy off.
I'm sure they did rip him off because I bet they didn't know what they just made. Like, let's just go make some shit off and get $50 off this guy. Like,
let's rip this guy off. Let's sell him some fucking bunk ass. Let's like
call it peyote. Anyway, Kilmer and Stone didn't really have a good relationship. They fucking kind of hated each other. Stone called Kilmer's performance brilliant, though.
It was great.
And Kilmer said he said he wouldn't be against working with Stone again, but just because he's done it once now, he kind of knows how to approach it.
Right, I get that, yeah.
The other thing I just wanted to briefly mention was because we kind of talked about how with 35,000 extras and how like the shooting the music stuff was actually kind of interesting. There's that one scene where they do it's one of the most racist artsy scenes I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
The one with like the outside concert and it like slowly like turns into like Jim dancing around like an Indian, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That scene was like as racist as it turned into. Was like quite an undertaking to shoot. Mm-hmm. Apparently there was like a new form of crane that it was like the first time it had ever been used on an American production that they used because they wanted to have like a 360 view of the whole thing, right?
Oh, what do you call that thing? It's the crane that like extends and shit. I can't remember, but
like 4 to 20 feet was the extension. But apparently for this day, they had extras standing around who were the most enthusiastic extras ever. Like some like the people dancing naked and shit. Like I'm pretty sure those were just extras who like got really into it. And according to Oliver Stone, people in the audience were like on drugs and like, it was like a real Woodstock situation out there. Apparently, Bill Graham was there.
Oh yeah,
because I think that's him in the movie. Like,
yeah, I think he had a cameo, didn't he?
Yeah. Because so he was there, and he was like, these are the best actors I've ever seen about the extras because they were just getting really into it. But how they record that is...
Okay, sorry. It's called a technocrane.
Technocrane, that's what it was, yeah.
Yes. Sorry, let's continue.
Pointless interruption, but thank you. But yeah, that's basically the production. But, I mean, there's so much more. I think we've covered the important things, specifically that Oliver Stone's a fucking lunatic.
So, we talked about the fact that Oliver Stone's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
But why don't we just get deeper into that subject? Because I think that's what we all want to hear about.
Whether Oliver Stone's a...
well, we know he's a lunatic. But let's hear more about that.
All right.
He showed you conspiracy in JFK, rebellion in The Doors, greed in Wall Street, the agony of war in Platoon, and more agony of war in Born on the 4th of July.
Hi, I'm Oliver Stone, and this summer I invite you to witness my latest creation.
It's Oliver Stone Land.
Welcome to the future site of Oliver Stone Land, my own amusement park. Let me be your host as I usher you through reality. My reality.
All right, let's talk more about Oliver Stone. I just feel like there's just shit that doesn't specifically have to do with this movie.
Right, that is
But
like...
it's just like, why is he a fucked up individual?
Yeah, we kind of vaguely touched on it last week, but we didn't really get into some details.
So, like, tell me, like, just, like, in general, what do you think is wrong with this fucker?
I think besides everything we've covered...
Like, let's take it to Oliver Stone. Let's go to Oliver Stone Land.
Like, I can't even, like, I don't know where to start. Like, what, like, didn't he say something, like, about Hitler?
He said a lot of shit, but, like, the way that I conceptualize this is, like, I think, like, the best way to, like, Oliver Stone's obviously crazy, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, this guy is ill.
Yeah,
like,
he's mentally unstable. Like, he's not... He shouldn't...
This is not a stable person.
No.
But, like, also, it's like, Oliver Stone is what I think in some circles people would describe as a tanky. Have you ever heard that term?
I've heard that term, yes, but I'm not deep enough in the culture to know what it means off the top of my head.
Basically, it's like, this is a person who is, like, not a fan of, like, U.S. policy, and, like, God knows there's a lot fucking wrong with, like, U.S. policy, especially foreign policy. But the way they conceptualize it is that, like, okay, you know, I hate all these fucking fucked up things the U.S. government has done. Therefore, everybody who opposes the U.S. is therefore a good guy.
Right. It's originally a British political term.
Yes.
That has eventually became an internet thing.
Yes. But basically... like, he's hung out with a lot of guys who are, like...
So it's originally it's a pejorative label for communists.
It's a pejorative label for a certain kind of communist.
Particularly Stalinists.
Yes, so it actually originated in the British Communist Party.
Yeah.
To describe people who were basically like, you know, hey, we're communists, but we don't like Stalin. But, like, there's this wing of people who are like, oh, we love Stalin.
Yeah, right.
He hangs out with a lot of people who I think are pretty questionable.
Such as?
Well, I mean, I think the big one is, you know, Vladimir Putin. But,
yeah,
you know, other
one.
people as well.
Such as?
Well, Hugo Chavez is one, but also Cuba. What's his name?
Fidel Castro?
Fidel Castro, yes.
He hangs out with Fidel Castro.
He has hung out with Fidel Castro, yeah.
Interesting. That's not great.
No.
Here's a quote from him from 2010.
Yeah.
Quote. This is an Oliver Stone quote.
Yeah.
Hitler is an easy scapegoat throughout history, and it's been used cheaply. He's the product of a series of actions. It's cause and effect. Apparently, just prior to this, he said, quote, about Stalin, we can't judge people as only bad or good.
Yeah.
I mean...
So, but, like, I think we've described him earlier in, like, the last episode as just, like, kind of a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
And, like, he is really into conspiracies.
He's, like, one of those... He's a conspiracy theorist with a lot of money, basically, who's, like, got time to, like, rub elbows with the people.
And, like, he's made a lot of controversial things, but, like, the two things that come to my mind that he's made are, like, the Putin interviews.
Yep.
Which is this sycophantic, like, fucking interview series that he did with Putin, Vladimir Putin. He basically spent... There's many pictures of them, too.
Yeah.
Just basically... It's disgusting.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't seen the entire thing. I can't.
You sit through it, yeah.
But from what I have seen, it's fucked up. But also... From this Rolling Stone article, talking about the watching the Putin interviews.
Oh.
He says, what is the Russian equivalent of Kool-Aid?
Oh.
Whatever it is, it's definitely red, and Oliver Stone has eagerly drunk it down.
That's so good, yeah.
The trailers for the...
it's funny that you say that because that's a reference to Jonestown.
We
compared to.
The trailers for the Putin interviews, Showtime's 4-part series documenting a series of conversations between the Russian president and Vladimir Putin and Stone, would have you believe that you're going to hear some pretty hard-hitting stuff as the autocrat and filmmaker face off, Frost Nixon style.
Ugh.
What we got instead was a series of softballs lobbed lovingly in the direction of one of the most powerful and dangerous men in the world. Except for a few moments, Stone seems serenely unconcerned with anything beyond flattering his subject.
Good lord.
And engaging in some supremely one-sided exchanges about history and policy along the way.
Good lord.
I've heard some people basically say, like, oh, yeah, he's just trying to, it's an interview strategy to, catch him off guard. But
Bullshit.
It's like, if you watch any of this shit, I haven't seen the entire thing, but I watched a little bit of it, and it's it's disgusting. It's
just him lavishing
but also,
praise.
Whatever, if this is a strategy, let's pretend this is a strategy.
It's not working.
It doesn't fucking work. He doesn't get anything out of
He
it.
doesn't get anything good. Yeah,
It's just him chumming with some fucking dictator.
Yeah, it's an idiot telling a dictator why he loves him, why he wishes he was him.
He also produced and basically was the main interviewer in this documentary called Ukraine on Fire, in which he basically described the Maidan Revolution as a neo-Nazi coup.
Oh no.
And let me read you a quote from a Facebook post by Oliver Stone himself.
Oh god.
He says, "In this case, the Maidan massacre was featured in Western media as the result of an unstable, brutal pro-Russian Yanukovych government. You may recall that Yanukovych went along with the February 21st deal with the opposition parties and 3 EU foreign ministers to get rid of him, calling for early elections. The next day, that deal was meaningless when well-armed neo-Nazi radicals forced Yanukovych to flee the country with repeated assassination attempts. By the next day, a pro-Western government was established and immediately recognized by the U.S., as in the Chavez 2002 coup.
Oh, God.
He also went on to say that this had, quote-unquote, CIA fingerprints all over it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, fucking he loves that fucking bullshit. What did he say about 9/11?
I don't even fucking know,
He
but
said,
this guy's fucking crazy.
Said
But
some-
also, it's that's disgusting. That's...
Oh, it is disgusting. It is. He's so far up his own ass. It's it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's like drinking the fucking Kool-Aid. Flavor Aid, by the way. But
Sorry,
yeah.
what? What flavor is the Kool-Aid?
What do you mean?
What flavor is the Kool-Aid?
Which Kool-Aid?
The Kool-Aid that Oliver Stone's drinking. Peyote.
It's peyote flavor, yeah. Does anybody, quote, this is a quote from Oliver Stone, does anybody make a connection between the 2000 election and the events of September 11th? Look for the 13th month.
Oh, God. Also, in the 2020 election, Oliver Stone basically, I'm not going to read any quotes, but basically his, he basically was like, oh, yeah, Trump's fucked up. He's fucked up. But also, Biden is, basically deep state. But also, vote for Biden.
Yeah, he said he voted for Biden.
But basically,
you just I just want to shake him and tell him to shut the fuck up for
Yeah,
5
it's
seconds. Just shut the fuck up for 5 seconds, Oliver Stone.
You just have no fucking clue what you are talking about
He
at all.
needs to hang out with Jose Canseco. They need to get.
They are the same person.
There needs to be. They are. They literally are. This
It's
Jose Canseco.
like I was saying about big dictators to small countries. I think both of those guys would excel at that. Excel at that in the worst possible way.
In the worst possible way. They would both end up in a fucking Jonestown situation. Yeah, Oliver Stone's the worst person that we've talked about on this podcast, maybe.
Maybe. J.J. Abrams.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I mean, that's neither here nor there.
No, it's neither here nor there.
So let's move on. to
But yeah,
our...
anyway, just to wrap it all up in a neat bag, is so, like, into his own conspiracies that he can't see, like, what he's
Reality.
supporting
Yeah.
by saying those things.
No, he doesn't get it. He really doesn't get it. He's so deep in his own thought process that he can't see the reality.
I mean, to be
of the
clear,
situation.
this guy is a guy that clearly, you know, I don't want to diagnose people from afar, but this
course
guy
not.
probably has PTSD and has had his brain fried on too many different
Yeah.
fucking substances. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like this, he's not well. I think.
no, this guy is not okay.
I think Oliver Stone needs a mental health intervention,
Yes.
but I don't know if there's anyone who's capable of doing
Oliver
that.
Stone needs a fucking therapist. Like, I don't know if he has one, but clearly they're an evil fucking therapist if they exist.
Yeah, if Oliver Stone is a therapist, he needs to fire that therapist to get a better one. Because it's not working. It's just not working.
Yeah.
So let's...
If you are Oliver Stone's therapist, get in touch with us.
I would love to talk to Oliver Stone.
Talk to you.
Although I don't know if... Is there patient confidentiality?
Definitely. That's definitely illegal, yeah.
So let's move on to our next segment, because we've talked about Oliver Stone's reality quite a bit. That's the whole thing about Stone Land, you know? So...
Yeah, so, like, we're going to leave Oliver Stone Land, but also... You can never leave Oliver Stone Land.
No, well, we're
it's
gonna...
like the Hotel California.
Oh, God. I want to see Stone's movie about the Eagles. That's what I want to see.
Oh, God, yeah.
So we're going to do, find out what's going on, what's real about this movie. Maybe one might call it, you know...
I want to be clear. We're not talking about conspiracies today. We're talking about some hopefully serious things.
So on The Truth today, we'll be talking about Oliver Stone's 2021 documentary, JFK Revisited, Through the Looking Glass.
We are through the looking glass.
We are through the looking glass here, people.
Sorry, you know, okay, everybody, like, go watch the Ben Stiller Show, episode 6, season 1. There's only one season.
Yep.
And watch the Oliver Stone Land sketch.
Google Oliver Stone Land.
Yeah, just go on YouTube and just Google Oliver Stone Land. It's excellent.
It is.
We actually did a little bit of research on this, but apparently Ben Stiller, who obviously is in charge of the Ben Stiller Show,
Yeah, one would imagine.
auditioned for Platoon and never got called back.
Well, didn't he call...
He called him cute.
Yeah, Oliver Stone
Something
called
like that, yeah.
Ben Stiller cute and never called him back for his Platoon audition. But jokes on Oliver Stone because Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Which is, I guess, problematic
Maybe one
now,
day we'll
but-
do that.
Yeah, that'll be hard. It's like, God, it's like so good, but also problematic now. God damn.
In more ways than one.
In multiple ways, it's true. One specific
There's
way.
one, it's all from the same character.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that one day. What?
Anyway, no, I was just trying to think. Did Ben Stiller say something about, like, you know, Tropic Thunder is my platoon? I don't know. That's I hope he said that.
That does kind of sound like. Anyway, that would be amazing.
Also, Ben Stiller, unlike Oliver Stone, he went to Ukraine and he helped fucking people there. So good one, Ben Stiller.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah. See, that's fucking people with money doing shit with their money. Good.
Instead of promoting weird ass fucking
Yeah,
conspiracy
exactly. Like,
theories.
we looked up how much they were worth, didn't we?
Yeah. Ben Stiller's worth more money. Because Ben Stiller's a good fucking guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Because karma's real.
Okay, yeah.
So what we're talking about in The Truth today, basically,
Sorry.
is basically we're comparing the Stone reality to real reality.
Because this, yeah, like, as Ben Stiller says in the sketch, look to my reality.
My reality.
Yeah.
So, I was just doing some, like, based on other than, like, I already knew a little bit about the Doors, because, like...
Yeah.
You know.
I would say I know a fair amount about the Doors.
Yeah.
I like the Doors. I own most Doors albums.
Yeah.
I think all of them.
Yeah, I don't love the Doors, but so I just did kind of like a cursory, that's what I'm looking for. Look over the Doors history and to see if I could find anything like blaringly inaccurate or accurate.
Like, before you get into this,
Yeah.
I know this movie's not fucking accurate. You don't even need to tell me anything about this movie. I know it's not accurate.
Tell me what's inaccurate about it right off the bat.
Oliver Stone made it.
Well, yes. Well, okay. Let's just say the vibe and the characters are entirely inaccurate, but the events, some of them are actually shockingly accurate.
I believe that.
Sorry, let me rephrase. They're shockingly accurate to accounts that exist.
Ah. I mean, accounts exist of many things.
Exactly.
Yes.
I don't think there's a lot of things, because there's a lot of books written about Jim Morrison, as you can imagine.
Cool. Sorry, what were we saying? Talking about reality. My reality.
Oliver Stone's reality. So, yeah, basically I thought we'd just go through some of the more obvious accuracies and inaccuracies.
Okay, who do you think is the most reliable source from within the Doors organization?
I don't know that there is a most reliable source. I think
Who was the least stoned?
probably John Densmore.
Really? Why do you say that? I mean, obviously Robbie Krieger was getting dosed repeatedly by Jim Morrison. As we know from the film.
As we've seen in the movies, therefore it's true. No, I haven't read his book, but he just kind of seems like the least addled member.
Really?
Like, Ray Manzarek is definitely addled.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe he wasn't doing as many drugs during...
But also, he didn't know Jim as well as he thought he did.
Yeah, according to Oliver.
According to
Oliver Stone. Yeah, he was a member of the Doors and, knew Jim for years, but yeah, he didn't know Jim as well as he thought he did.
I know Jim. I'm Oliver Stone.
I'm Oliver Stone.
I'm Jim Peyote with a fucking shaman.
It's like, you don't fucking think Ray did fucking peyote with a shaman with Jim? Like, come on.
According to Ray, fucking Oliver Stone has no conception of the shaman.
Yeah, well, he's right, though. Like, honestly, it's Oliver Stone's conception of the shaman is racist as shit. Like, it's fucked.
Yeah.
And incorrect.
Yeah.
It's incorrect, yeah. So... the one thing that we talk about, I wanted to bring this up first because we talk about it all the time, is the fucking Ed Sullivan show.
Oh, God.
Because that's verifiably inaccurate.
Yeah. You can look up video.
Yeah, so there's a scene where they tell him...
Much like a lot of the conspiracy theories that Oliver Stone, brings up. This is verifiably inaccurate. You can fix this misconception with 10 seconds of Googling.
Yeah, well, the problem is if you don't trust Google.
No. The video from the Ed Sullivan show is a deep fake.
Video.
It's a deep fake.
It's fucking
it's
Obama.
A deep fake.
No, he voted for Obama, didn't he?
Who did?
Oliver Stone.
Okay, no, it's a deep fake.
It's still a deep fake, yeah.
It's a deep fake.
Of course.
Definitely deep fake.
Of course.
Even though you can see it's published prior to the invention of deepfakes.
That doesn't matter. No, there's a later deepfake. Retroactive deepfake is what they call those. Apparently,
It's a deep fake by the deep state.
Deep state, deep fake.
Yeah.
That sounds like a.
Deep
that
state
sounds
doesn't
like,
want you to know about.
That sounds like a land in Oliver Stone land, like
Oliver Stone,
deep state, deep fake world.
Yeah, it's like the CIA doesn't want you to know about. Ed Sullivan, CIA operative.
I wouldn't be shocked. Like, that might honestly though. Now you're touching it to my fucking conspiracy theory mind, because that wouldn't shock me. But
CIA fingerprints all over that.
Yeah, the CIA has their fingerprints all over the Ed Sullivan show. They want the most popular programming. They want you to think things, so they put it on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah. So the Doors on known CIA front Ed Sullivan show. They allegedly. Yeah. What did they do?
Well, they were told allegedly that they weren't.
Allegedly, according to tainted CIA, information.
Exactly. And also, I think from multiple sources, there's slightly conflicting accounts about it. But
because of the CIA.
well, the CIA has their fingerprints all over it.
Exactly.
So there's apparently the fucking the producer of the Ed Sullivan Show told him they couldn't say "girl, you can't get much higher."
I believe that.
You've seen the film, you know what happens.
And I believe that happens. And according to pretty much everybody who has an account of that, they say they were told they can't say that.
Yeah. What?
And I believe that.
100%. That makes sense. Where accounts start to differ is because Jim Morrison said higher, he did it. The motivations for why are less. So first of all, when you watch the actual clip in the movie, Val Kilmer really, and he was directed to do this. He leans into the camera. He puts emphasis on the word higher.
Higher.
Exactly.
It's like he really gives her
He
the
leans
higher.
into it. On the actual clip, he just says
He
it
just
like
says
normal.
it like he would normally sing the song.
So the version that I believe that I've heard is that Jim was just fucking too addled. He just fucking forgot that he was on live TV, so he was just nervous and forgot and just sang the lyric normally because it's how he sang it a million times.
Yeah.
And he was addled. That's what I believe, personally.
So was it Ray or Robbie or John Densmore? Somebody said that basically we were told to sing it, we all agreed, but then Jim got nervous and forgot.
That was John or Ray. Robbie was the one who said it was intentional.
Right. So according to Robbie Krieger,
Yeah.
it was intentional. That they were like, fuck those CIA motherfuckers.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
These guys are deep state. We can't trust them.
Exactly. So that's that scene. The other scene I wanted to talk about was the scene where he gets arrested on stage. Because that is known as...
I know he got arrested. I don't know if it was on stage.
It actually was.
It was. That's pretty shit.
It's honestly kind of fucking badass.
That's pretty badass, but the thing he got arrested for was not badass at all.
No, not at all. So what happened?
Let me tell you what I think happened before you tell me what actually happened.
Okay.
I think he did it. I think he fucking dropped trousers and fucking whipped his stick out.
Well.
And then he was immediately arrested. Because just everything I know about Jim tells me, no, he pulled it out.
I think that's actually a later incident that you're thinking of.
Oh, okay.
That is a later incident.
Okay. So we're not talking about that.
No. We're talking about the one where in the movie, so this is the first inaccuracy. In the movie, he's portrayed with what's her name? His, witchy fucking drinky blood lady.
Yes.
Kathleen Quinlan's character. Whatever her name is. He's with her. They're fucking doing some dumbass shit, making out, and then the cop comes and pepper sprays him.
So, Patricia Keneally, that's her name.
There you go. According to accounts of people who have researched the incident, he was either with... He was with a female fan.
Right, but this, once again, so this happened backstage. There weren't a lot of witnesses.
Backstage, exactly. It was just 3 witnesses. This female fan, Jim Morrison, and the cop.
And according to Oliver Stone, to be clear, this character is supposedly a composite of other characters. However,
Kathleen Quinlan character.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, he completely just did not change the name or anything, and
No. And apparently
later, apparently he said he should have changed the name, but also, maybe you should have thought of that.
she alleged that the set of her apartment was so accurate that they had fucking she saw a piece of mail with the actual address to her apartment on it.
That's pretty fucking creepy.
So apparently, according to Ray Manzarek, they both, in his book, they both got maced. The policeman maced them both.
Right.
And then on stage later, basically he
chewed out the policeman?
Basically, yeah. He and because he got on stage before the police were kind of done with him. I think they wanted to
So he just went on up there. And
Yeah, basically. So they were kind of like surrounding the stage, and eventually he was just like, let's see here.
He was talking shit.
Morrison proceeded to create an improvised song about his experience with the quote, little man in blue. It was an obscenity-laced account to the audience describing what had happened backstage and taunting the police who were surrounding the stage.
Yeah.
So eventually, basically what happens in the movie, he gets arrested.
Well established. Although they didn't mace Ray in the movie.
No, Ray wasn't maced. He says that
Who else got maced?
him and the girl
Okay.
both got maced.
Okay, yeah. So that seems fairly accurate, except for the fact that we don't know who the girl was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the incident you were talking about where he exposes himself, that's a different incident. This is the Miami incident you're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
We were just talking about the New Haven incident,
Yeah.
which was December of 1967.
What's the song? Is it Peace Frog? He's like, blood in the streets in the town of New Haven.
Oh, really?
No, it's in the song, man. It's like he's definitely singing about that incident.
Probably.
Being beaten by the cops, probably.
It's funny. So,
Like, I don't doubt that Jim Morrison was beaten by the cops and maced.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, not at all. I don't doubt that. It's funny. Morrison's badass, that mugshot that you see of Jim Morrison, that's the New Haven incident. If you've seen the Miami incident mugshot, he doesn't look
He's got a bigger beard.
He's not as rock and roll, isn't he?
He's way fatter and is so.
He looks a little bit like a dad in the Miami one. Like here's the come over here. So here's the Miami one, and then let's go to the here. He looks like a rock star. Here he looks like badass. Worst photograph.
That's a way worse photo.
Yeah, and then
Why do you have a picture of Val Kilmer getting arrested?
good question. What did Val Kilmer get arrested for?
Wait, does it say his name on the plaque? Or does it just have numbers?
Nope.
No.
It says police department,
So
New Haven.
I've never been arrested, so I don't know how that plays out.
Yeah,
I might, maybe
some places might do it.
CIA is gonna arrest me after this.
After we exposed them. So the Miami incident, according to the Doors, the band, I forget who in the band is. Well, I don't forget. They don't specify who in the band said that, but it quote nearly derailed the band.
Well, yeah, because like your singer is now on trial for a felony.
Well, the incident. So what occurred was that basically they had a shitty venue that was supposed to have 7,000. But they took out a bunch of seats, so there was a standing audience. So they shoved 12,000 people in there.
Oh, okay.
Then those people were Jim Morrison he missed a connecting flight.
As is shown in the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, well, I mean, the movie basically chalks it up to that he was too wasted to make the flight. But
who knows why?
I don't think that's a bad
guess.
Who
knows? Apparently, by the time he arrived, he was drunk.
And then he dosed Robbie Krieger.
Allegedly. According to the movie.
Although Robbie was involved in the movie and he didn't dispute that.
He didn't dispute that.
He's just not. He had the opportunity.
Yeah, he's a fucking...
He okayed that
Although
script.
we do know that he's a little bitch, so maybe he fucking...
He's a little bitch, yeah. He was like, yeah, man.
Robbie, you were invited on
yes,
to
Mr.
that.
Stone, let me do it. Like, you do anything you want.
You say yes, Mr. Stalin?
No, Stone.
Oh, I thought.
Although I think that Oliver Stone.
That's
Joseph
what Oliver
Stalin.
Stone would say to Stalin.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Mr. Stalin, do whatever you want.
To Putin.
Yeah, he did. So apparently, he was over an hour late was when it started.
Yeah, that jives.
So yeah, he's drunk. Fucking the show's an hour and a half late.
He took the edge off the acid.
Yeah, exactly. And he's basically just falling apart. Apparently he had been recently, according to Ray Manzarek, he'd been recently interested in a group called the Living Theater.
Oh yeah,
which is an experimental theater company.
Oh, sounds like Jim's bag.
Yeah, it's according to this, they were they had a quote antagonistic style of performance. So anyway, with this in mind,
that jives with Jim's style of performance.
Apparently he said stuff like, quote, "Love me. I can't take it no more without no good love. I want some lovin'. ain't nobody gonna love my ass. And then he would go on to say, quote, you're all a bunch of fucking idiots. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
Actually, that jives. Can I read you one Doors fan's
Account
of just seeing the Doors?
Yeah.
And this jives with it so hard.
Yeah.
He says, I attended two Doors concerts. I attended two concerts by the Doors. The first one I attended was early on, and they had not gotten their shit together yet. The show was a big influence on me. They just had their big hit, Light My Fire, and the album had taken off. So there's this guy. He's out of his head on acid, dressed in leather, and his hair all oiled and curled. The stage was tiny, and it was really low. It got confrontational. I found it really interesting. I loved the performance. Part of me was like, wow, this is great. He's really pissing people off, and he's lurching around and making these guys angry. People were rushing the stage, and Morrison was going, fuck you. Blank, 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 blank. You can fill in your own sexual comments yourself.
Good Lord.
The other half was that I thought, if they've got a hit record out and they can get away with this, then I have no fucking excuse not getting out on stage with my band. It was sort of like, hey, I can do that. And there was some of that in there. That man was Iggy Pop.
Yeah, no, he could do it. He did it fucking well.
But sorry, I just thought that was
That's an excellent quote. Yeah. It's fucking antagonistic. Speaking of antagonistic,
fuck you blank blank blank. Yeah,
it's funny that Iggy didn't give us specific words.
I'm sure he couldn't remember.
He could have made some up. So
sorry, I didn't do that in the Iggy voice.
Well, you didn't want to give it away.
Yeah, well, the Jim Osterberg voice. Sorry, there's a different voice. The Jim Osterberg voice and the Iggy voice.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Fuck you blank blank blank. Yeah, sorry, I can't do a minute. A Michigan accent.
Isn't he from Ann Arbor?
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah.
Anyway, so apparently during the Miami incident, as the band started the song "Touch Me,"
touch me, baby.
Morrison started shouting in protest, forcing the band to a halt.
Dead cats, dead rats.
So yeah, basically that is pretty accurate. So,
although they didn't play Dead Cats, Dead Rats, which they didn't.
That's true. So basically, just to finish off the truth, because I know we're starting to run pretty long here. Just to finish off.
Actually, not that long.
What are we at? But yeah, basically to sum up the truth is actually, in terms of events, very accurate, well-researched film.
Each particular event.
Exactly.
In terms of the things that in fact happened.
Yes.
But not necessarily the context.
The context and the reality and the way the characters interacted with the events, I would say is very, very inaccurate in the sense.
So what about the event in which he locks his girlfriend in a closet and lights it on fire?
Well, we talked about that last week, didn't we? Where like the neighbor claimed that was like who she ran to allegedly.
Yeah. Although nobody else said that happened, but according to this one neighbor who Oliver Stone chose to believe that happened. So I don't know anything about that event, but what I would say is that I'm sure Oliver Stone chose to believe what he wanted to believe when interviewing people. Whichever interview fit his... chose to believe.
His truth. Didn't he say something about being a lie slayer?
Oh, okay, so he said, I don't like this word conspiracy theorist. I prefer the term truth seeker. This is an interview with on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He's like, I prefer the term truth seeker.
Truth seeker. Oh, okay, fuck off. He needs to meet with Jose Canseco.
No, those two would enjoy each other's company.
He needs to make a Jose Canseco documentary.
Oh my God. No, he needs to make a Jose Canseco biopic in the style of the Doors movie.
Yes!
Yeah, just like this movie. But it's like...
Good Lord.
Just imagine, like Break On Through, like, playing while Jose is just fucking hitting fucking...
They would keep the Doors music?
Dude.
They would keep... So you're saying they're making a Jose Canseco film directed by Oliver Stone, with Doors soundtrack.
Well, I mean, there's no Jose Canseco music.
No, but you can have like music from the period.
I guess was the 90s, like
late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah,
was his heyday, I think.
I guess, yeah.
But anyway, let's finish off our fucking episode here with our final thoughts on this fucking like life-saving film.
Life-saving. Yes, okay.
Murder victim preventing, rather.
Okay, because if Oliver Stone, this is how I'm putting it.
Okay.
If Oliver Stone had never become a movie director, there's only two other options.
What are they?
Serial killer.
Yep.
And dictator of a small country.
Yep.
If he had been a serial killer,
yep,
murdered a bunch of people.
No doubt.
If he had been the dictator of a small country, probably murdered a bunch of people.
No doubt. Jonestown style.
Exactly. Stalin, large country, but still murdered a lot of people.
Murdered a lot of people. People would die.
People die either way. So basically, if you think of this if you look at a harm reduction strategy here,
yeah, and
I think this movie's amazing. This
if
movie
you look at it
saves
from that,
lives.
If you look at it from a harm reduction perspective, yes, this movie is good.
This movie saves no movie. Well, that's actually not true because Oliver Stone has not made just this movie.
No, he's made a lot of movies. It's hard to say
which Oliver Stone movie has saved the
all
most
his
lives.
Vietnam movies, no doubt. If he hadn't made the fucking Nam movies,
actually, this could get pretty dark.
What do you mean?
How many people do you think Oliver Stone has killed?
I wouldn't be like. That was the next thing I was gonna say.
Yeah,
it's like
we thought about how many people he saved, but actually, Oliver Stone has probably killed a couple people.
He's probably he's actually probably killed people. You can't call it murder in this case.
No, you can't.
We're talking about war.
This is not a philosophy podcast.
Yeah, good point. We won't get bogged down with debating that.
Morality, no. This is not a philosophy podcast. But
so he probably has actually killed people in war situation, and then I also wouldn't be surprised if he's killed people outside of a war situation. That wouldn't shock me if it came out that he's killed people.
Directly or indirectly?
Directly. It wouldn't surprise me if he's murdered someone.
I can guarantee you he's indirectly killed people.
He's the worst. He's a Russian operative. That's kind of
that's an asset. He's
that's it. That's our final thoughts.
Yeah,
that's our final thoughts on this whole fucking movie. It's Val Kilmer does an amazing job in a bizarre, fucking nightmarish, Oliver Stone reality in which he basically, what I've gathered from this looking into him on this movie is he doesn't really. In order to become, to grow, he doesn't have a personality. I think he just needs to become these people for a period of time, like to just exist. And in doing so, he doesn't feel the urge to kill. So there you go. Or
probably good. So, but if you were this movie, I feel like one of our previous guests, I think, put it best.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
Both intentionally and unintentionally, this film is a fucking madhouse.
This is it's Mr. Morrison's Wild Ride.
Yeah, this is the worst movie that I can't say don't watch. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say don't watch it, but this movie is also terrible. It's a terrible, awful movie. But you should probably watch it. Good lord. Okay.
All right.
Episode 99. 100 is coming at you next week.
No, 100 is going to be fucking amazing. Yeah, you guys fucking win.
This is going to be a good
It's going to be it's going to be better than this one.
This is going to be good shit. So yeah. All right. Thanks everybody.
You know the day destroys the night. Night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side, yeah. We chased our pleasures here. Dug our treasures there.